Death in Paradise Series 11 wrapped up recently, and concluded with Neville making the decision to try and move on from Florence Cassel, played by Josephine Joubert, by finding love elsewhere. Having starred as the favourite detective in the BBC series since season 9, fans are hoping it won't be time for the inspector to move on soon. Actor Ralf has indicated that it may not be a good thing for Neville to get too comfortable, though. Neville downloaded a dating app in hopes of finding the one after Florence broke his heart. Although Ralf has recently confirmed he will be back for Series 12, he has made it clear that his character might not be having a great time. Be wary of the detectives being too happy. If they're too happy, there's nowhere else for them to go, the actor explained. He added, but it would be really lovely if he found love. Speaking to Hello, he continued, I guess the writers and producers of the show can't let Neville get too happy. We're already talking about this guy lucky enough to be living in paradise, he needs some hardship. Ralf recently talked about shooting scenes in Guadeloupe during lockdown and the demands of shooting BBC staple. He described his job as an absolute dream but admitted the last year was tougher than previous series of the show. When asked how excited he had been to head back to the exotic island to film Series 11, Ralf replied, I was absolutely delighted. He continued to the BBC, last year, when the world was struck by a pandemic and most people had to be in lockdown, I was lucky enough to be out in paradise working, so I had a proper sense of purpose. I sort of pinch myself every day and think I couldn't be luckier to be out here and working, and actually, it's probably been tougher this year pandemic-wise than it was last year. Even though the vaccine is out this year, as everyone at home knows, it's not as simple as, oh right, well it's done now, there are still restrictions and difficulties. The former The Royal Family star also talked about his quirky character's development since his arrival on the island. Neville's thing when he arrived was dealing with the fact that he loved the idea of being on the island, but the island didn't like him, he explained. He was in battle with it all the time. If there was a beautiful palm tree that he thought was gorgeous, you could guarantee he's allergic to the pollen, and the sand played havoc with his skin and the sun burned him. Ultimately, what I thought was really interesting character-wise was that it wasn't that he suddenly gained tolerance to these things, it wasn't that he suddenly wasn't allergic anymore, it was more he gained an understanding of it all. Death in Paradise usually sees a new face take on the role of detective after a couple of seasons. With Ralf entering his third, could Neville's story be about to turn darker? Neville has been St. Marie's main detective since season 9, but speculation about his exit has been rife with fans. Death in Paradise is available to watch on BBC iPlayer.